Okay, in this video, I am going to reveal some of the hidden inventory that exists in Camas, and we're going to get after that right now. You know, we are in a period of historically low inventory. It has never been this low in my career. But I'm not going to talk about low inventory anymore as a problem. There are roughly 8,000 homes in Camas and 150 neighborhoods. This broadens even more if we include Oswego. With, say, 40 homes on the market, that's 0.5% of the homes that are in Camas. Do you believe that there are more homeowners of these 8,000 or so homes in Camas who are willing to sell their homes than what are currently on the market? Well, of course there are. And for whatever reason, they have hesitated putting their homes on the market. And it doesn't take much to coax them into selling their homes. This is what I like to call the hidden inventory. Maybe they're afraid of COVID or some other objection to placing their home on the market. But I do regular marketing campaigns to bring buyers and sellers together with homes that will never see the light of day on the open market. So tell me what you're looking for and I will find it. Text me and let's start a conversation. Stop putting off your move to Camas based on not seeing what you are looking for in the multiple listing service, whether that be Zillow, Trulia, or even my website. These only indicate the homes that are currently on the market. So what's this process look like? Let's start by getting your buying affairs in order. If you're going to pay cash, we need a letter of available funds from your bank to prove that you are an able buyer. But with interest rates being so low, most people who can afford to buy cash are opting to finance their homes and placing that cash that they would have used to buy the home in investments that are paying well more than 3%, the current mortgage interest rate. So a pre-approval letter from my lender that proves your ability to close a loan that has verified income, down payment, debt ratios, and credit scores. These have all been verified. The only thing we need to do from this point to get your loan approved is to qualify the home. In other words, it meets the lender's standards for condition and value. And this process is pretty quick. Especially on the luxury homes, I won't get in the door without some sort of proof of ability of my clients. Okay, sellers are always apprehensive about my motivation when I approach them. They get bombarded all the time with letters and calls saying, we've got buyers and we would love to come take a look at your property. Most of the time, these letters lead to solicitation for listings of their home. I have to convince them that I really do have a family looking for a home in your specific neighborhood. So the better prepared I am with details about you and personalizing these details, the better chance I'm going to have at getting in the door. We will identify exactly what you're looking for down to the neighborhood. From here, we're going to develop a budget that matches up with your home criteria. Then we are going to tour homes that fit your criteria as close as possible. This will help you digest the market. So when we find homes you're interested in, you will be comfortable that you know the market and you're not going into this blind. And we may, in fact, find what you're looking for with homes in the open market. And if so, that's great. But if not, I will locate homes off market in the hidden inventory. Okay, now let's talk a little bit about home value. Why are homes becoming so much more expensive in a short period of time? Well, the first reason is COVID. There are a lot of people who have shifted from wanting to live in condos and even townhouses into single-family homes with their own yards. The shelter in place is much more palatable when you have your own outdoor living area. It has an added layer of safety. The second reason is interest rates. When interest rates are low, home values always go up. When interest rates go up, home values come down. The third reason is our federal government is printing trillions of dollars to stimulate the economy. People and investors are all looking for hard assets to place their money that offer more protection, and homes seem to be the place that people are gravitating to right now. It is estimated at the time of recording this video that our currency has devalued by 20%, and further stimulus bills could devalue it even further. And this 20% devaluation is pretty close to the appreciation we have seen in property values over the last year. So, in my opinion, we need to stop asking if this increase in home value is realistic or sustainable. It is real, and it is sustainable so long as the three reasons that I outlined are still valid. COVID will soften as we become vaccinated and the number of sicknesses and deaths decline and life gets more back to normal. But the attitudes and desire to live in single-family homes are not going to change. That trend will continue. Builders are trying to step it up, but we only have so many builders available, and the demand is outpacing the speed at which these builders can build homes. Interest rates are always anybody's guess, but industry insiders believe that the historically low interest rates will continue for the foreseeable future. 12 to 18 months is the figure that I'm hearing right now. Beyond that, who knows? Big investors buying homes, which are hard assets, will continue as long as our government continues printing money. And it looks like that could continue for the next 3.5 years, based on the current presidential term. So the odds of the current trend of double-digit home appreciation in value looks to be a reality for the foreseeable future, especially in our market. So at the risk of sounding like a car salesman, it is time to stop worrying about the asking price of the home and look more at the monthly cost. Very few of you will ever, now my parents are the exception, they've lived in their home for over 40 years. Very few of you will live in the home you purchase for the entire 30-year length of your mortgage. And so you will never pay the full list price off for the home you buy. Average home ownership somewhere between 4 and 7 years. Most of you will be putting 20% down. With that, an $800,000 home with taxes and insurance, your payment will run about $3,500 a month. Let's assume you are more comfortable with a price of $750. Your payment would be $3,288 a month, just a $212 difference. Are you going to let $212 a month stand between you and your next dream home? In this market, you had better get used to the reality that you will be paying list price or more to get a home into contract. I can assure you in 2 years, you will be kicking yourself over passing on a home for $212 a month. We expect home values to keep increasing by double digits into the foreseeable future. The interest rates are so low right now that you can afford to pay the fast increasing costs for homes and still come out smelling like a rose. Regardless of the market, there are two standing realities in real estate. Number one, if it's not in writing, it does not exist. There are no verbal conditions in real estate. Number two, buyers always feel that they are overpaying for a home, and sellers always feel they should get more money for their home. But based on this example of the $800,000 home, just looking at a 10% annual increase in value, you are looking at an $80,000 increase in value in the first year. And it's likely going to be more than that. So at the end of the first year, that $800,000 home is worth $880,000. And because of compounding value, at the end of the second year, it is worth $968,000. And all this for 20% down and $3,500 a month. And you will be living in your asset for this whole time. Your appreciation in value in 2 years will be more than the down payment you made on the home. You know, it's smart business to pay less for things when prices are decreasing, because the long-term projection is that you could end up owning something that's worth less now than it was a year ago. When values are increasing, the opposite is true. We are seeing home values increase in short periods of time. When a home falls out of contract and goes back into the market, we often see a higher asking price when it goes back onto the market than the price it went into contract at. So again, I believe the smart thing to do is to focus on the monthly cost of buying a home and not what you're paying for it. And keep a positive can-do attitude. That is what makes me the best at what I do. Oh, woe is me, the inventory is so low. Cry me a river. No, I have cracked the code of finding the hidden inventory, and that's what I will bring to you. There are sellers in the sideline waiting to sell their home. Tell me what you want, and I will find it. And I am the most joyful and positive person you will meet. But if you tell me you want a $300,000 home in Camas, I will confidently and cheerfully tell you that we should look in Vancouver. And in a few short years, maybe even a year or two, you can buy a home in Camas. I won't be deceptive or dishonest with you, or lead you down a path of disappointment and failure. So text me to start the conversation. You deserve the best relocation team in Camas. I am a certified relocation specialist working with companies from all over the world, but I also love working with personal clients relocating to the area. So until the next video, see yourself living in Camas and text me to start your moving experience. Thank you.